You see some familiar faces that I think were here back in June when we had our first walkthrough here inside Moe's Tavern. So I want to welcome everybody. This particular land, with everything that we've added, has been very successful for us. We've been very, very excited about the results that we've gotten so far and what our guests are saying about their experience. What I want to tell you how this became and how we developed this and how we designed all of it is we are absolutely fanatical about being what we call authentic to the fiction. Now, the Simpsons series has been going on for 24 seasons, about ready to head into its 25th season. Well over 400 episodes. I'm sure you've kind of heard that. That's a lot of data. That's a lot of fiction. That's a lot of authenticity that we had in front of us to choose from. And at one point in time, it almost became overwhelming as what do we choose and how do we present what this great, iconic series is to the guests. Well, this is also where the collaboration came in, because our very, very close partners from Fox Studios and Gracie Films and us coordinated, talked a lot, played with things, changed things, created ideas of how we would pull this together. So this is one gigantic collaborative effort between the three of us to come up with what we came up with. And where best to go to get the authenticity than the writers or the creators, Matt Groening, or the executive producer of Fox Studios, Jim Brooks. When Chef and I had our final presentation of all the things that we talked about and what we wanted to create and present, we literally put half of it on a plane, the other half we bought when we got out to LA, and we made a presentation. We had a room where all of us were in there. Now, can you imagine just the creative juices and the energy where you have 7 of the writers that actually started with the original series, the creator, Matt Groening, that were sitting there talking about, well, can we do this and can we do that? If we did everything that we came up with, we'd need space about double the size of the studios. But we had to figure out how to do it in here, and what was the best way to get across that you've arrived to Springfield, that we're authentic to the fiction of guests that know details about not necessarily every episode that was out there, but significantly about what the episodes were going to be. So we not only had to choose that, but then we had to replicate it to where our guests were not going to be disappointed in how we interpreted it. So one of the big iconic things is Moe's Tavern. If you sit down and you take a look at some of the episodes, you're going to see this is very, very authentic to the way that Moe's Tavern is laid out. When we chose the food locations, it was basically like we were in Springfield. We went out and we got several franchises. We went out and we bought franchises, and a franchise like Krusty Burger, Cletus's Chicken Shack, Luigi's Pizza, the Frying Dutchman. And then we also created iconic items that everybody knows about that we had to create. Duff Beer, which we're going to be very, very delighted to take you out if you haven't already seen Duff Gardens across the way. Lard Lad Donuts, very, very big, iconic lard lad that's out there that you'll see. Very popular items, obviously desserts. A very undersized small donut that we figured that was probably what you would find when you came to Springfield. And as we went through all of this, usually you have 1 or 2 really iconic items. Well, in our restaurant over here, which you'll see, we had to create 28 new items. And each and every one of them had a specificity inside the fiction itself. So the other guiding principle is I had this big book. It's about that thick for the first 20 seasons. I don't have the last 4 seasons. It has everything in it that you want to know about every episode. Whether there was a beverage in it, whether there was food in it, whether there was location in it. And that's what drove us as we tried to pull all this together, decide what we were going to present. But authenticity is extremely important. And the fact that we had this collaboration with Fox Studios and Gracie Films just adds all that authenticity to it, because they're not going to deviate from what they create. Now, I talked about there being a lot of energy in there. There was a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughter. There was a lot of craziness. And the writer that we had this all kind of set up, not quite like this, we had it all the way around as the writers were going around, taking a look at the chicken and waffle sandwich, and then taking a look at the Big Pink, and then taking a look at the Krusty Burger. There was one particular item in there that's been very popular as well, called the Clogger Burger. It's the step up from the Krusty Burger. And the gentleman that had put it into the original episode just literally stood there and looked at it and said, "That's exactly what I had in mind when I put that into episode, whichever one that it was." And that was the way that we went forward with it. So if there's any question of, again, the authenticity, this is how we went forward with it. And we just didn't do that one time. We're continuing to talk with them to make sure that we executed it the way that we wanted to execute it. And that's how we're authentic to the fiction with the things that we created. And hopefully you'll have a chance today to take a look at it. We'll try to answer any questions that we can. But I talked about 28 new items. Now, there's, they're kind of, you have fried chicken places, and you have, hamburgers and cheeseburgers other places. So we had to put the spin on it and make you believe that, it's coming from Springfield. There's also exclusivity. Duff Beer is our own formula. We have a local partner that brews it for us, and we bring it over. The only place you'll be able to get Duff Beer is here. You can't ship it, you can't buy it anyplace else. We don't even serve it anyplace else inside the park. You have to come to Springfield to enjoy Duff Beer. Even some of the items that we have on food, and I'll let Chef talk about that, you can only get here as far as things going on inside the park. So before I go any further, let me bring up Chef Steve Jayson, our executive chef, talk a little bit about the menu.
Hi, everybody. I think Rick put it very, very well, where he's talking about the authenticity to the shows and all the different things that we looked at in the book, and tried to get everything that we could as authentic as we could. Here, you walk around Springfield, and the whole idea is just to make the food element, the food part, my job, to feel just like you were there, and just what you would expect if you were in Springfield to get there. And now you are in Springfield, because there really is a Springfield, and it's right here at Universal. So we worked very, very hard to create these dishes, and as Rick also mentioned, 28 different things that are only here in Springfield. Okay, and again, as he said, yes, we do serve hamburgers and we do serve pizza at other locations, but here we did them all a little differently. The Krusty Burger, which is very, very popular, has a couple of really unique sauces on it, and when you bite into it, it's kind of a lot of fun to eat. And I think Homer would be very proud if he had one. The giant donuts, our big donuts, are very representative of our Loud Lads. And one of the things I do want to say is, and this goes throughout all of the resort, is the focus that we have on quality here. For example, the fish at the Frying Dutchman, the cod that we use there, the shrimp, these things, all fresh products, nothing frozen. We bring everything in. We create batters, we create crusts for the chicken that we serve on our chicken and waffle sandwiches. These things are all created here. We have a large commissary kitchen where we develop all these dishes, work them all out, recipe them all out, and come up with the product that we're going to serve. All fresh, everything made from scratch, and we're very, very proud of that. I've got a large culinary staff here, and they're all dying to have you guys try some of the food that we serve here at Springfield, which is located on the bar behind you, and I want you to jump into that when you're ready and give a taste. We're very proud of our chicken and waffle sandwich. We took a chicken and waffle idea and made it into a sandwich, created a great sauce to go on it. I think you give it a taste, you'll really, really enjoy it. We also have Lisa's Corner, the Lisa's Horror Corner, as we put it. Back in here, you'll see it. It's full of a lot of alternative type of dishes, lighter dishes, healthy. I want to say healthy, but just alternative, lighter dishes. Whether it's hummus, which again something we make here, or a nice caprese salad with tomatoes and basil and a nice extra virgin olive oil served with it. A wrapped turkey sandwich and a wrap that's very light. And, the alternative to, let's say, a clogger burger. So we have a lot of different choices. The cupcakes. You can only find these cupcakes here in Springfield. Yeah, we've got a couple other cupcakes out there, but these flavors only right here. And even curly fries. The only place you can get curly fries is on a clogger burger and a Krusty Burger here in Springfield. So a lot of great things we've done just for here. A lot of fun we had doing it, and serving it now to a lot of people, and everybody seems to be enjoying it, and I hope you all enjoy it too. I'd love for you to try it. Great.
I'm ready for more
Chicken and waffles.
Thank you.